Hey folks, I'm here for the Pinch with my friend Sarabeth, and we're talking about design. And Sarah, I was going to ask you about, what do you think of the design of modern society, like the cars and the streets and the boxes and all that stuff?
I don't like boxes. I prefer domes. And I think it's pretty clear that people who have gained some kind of knowledge and insight into how things work position themselves in domes. And if they want to control everybody else, they stack them up in boxes. I mean, the White House is a dome, like the Vatican's a dome, whatever. And about cars, I don't see why they have to be so hard. I mean,
they could be made out of hemp fiber or something like that.
Maybe my understanding of physics is a little bit off, because if they were super soft and bouncy, they could bounce all around. But then the inside could be covered with all kinds of bubbles. And I don't know. I think that we're doing things wrong.
So we were talking a little bit about Buckminster Fuller and his ideas. How do you think those are applicable to our situation today?
Because he was saying that human problems are design problems, and I agree. I really like the concept of the Imaginarium, which is kind of where you have a place where you can make art and experiment with ideas and share them in the same location. So that would involve creating that kind of system, would involve redesigning urban space. But I'm also really focused on, because the urban space exists, it's not like we're just going to tear it down right away. I mean, I think we should have mandatory green roofs on buildings that are structurally sound. Okay,
so let's get this idea down that in a way, we've just been in this inertia of this industrial society. It's gotten us to this point, we didn't know we could change things. Do you think that people could have, there could be a design revolution where people would be thinking about all the different ways we could design things and really changing our whole manufacturing system?
Yes! I think that's a really good place to start. And with children. As soon as you said that, I imagined schools where there would be, having contests to design systems that work better, have gardening contests, permaculture design competitions and stuff like that. Instead of having just endless tests, hey, let's actually figure out ways. And then of course people with good ideas, their ideas would trickle down, and they could teach people how to implement them and show them how to do it and stuff. One simple idea that I really like is the idea of using recycled styrofoam to build the inner casings of domes, and then you cover it with a completely flame retardant kind of drying stone type of material. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but I did see that they took a blowtorch.
You feel you'd be happy if you lived in a dome?
I would be much more creative and have much more fluid access to my own mind, I think. Nobody likes being boxed in, right?
So the cubes are holding us back right now.
Yeah. It's hard to think outside of the box when you're in a box. I mean, for me, I live in a dome.
So what if people want to contribute to this design transformation, design revolution? How could they do it?
As individuals, I guess you would have to figure out who has access to land and or materials, and try to find a way to funnel the ideas into where those resources are, and maybe get yourself a little project going.
Other people have to create new alternative communities like Utopia and Answers, experiment with all the design options. Yeah,
this is what I was getting at. Instead of approaching it we need to get together and create a community, which becomes kind of like a commune or something like that, and makes it about the relationships between the people, I don't really think that's going to work. What I think would work is building the infrastructure inside of which people could coexist more harmoniously, and building an infrastructure that would maximize human potential, and community time would be maximized, as well as people's ability to have solitude and privacy. So, I would have I love circles. Have a big round center of town, and then have a big round library and a big round art museum and a big round Imaginarium or whatever. And then have, as you go further out, you would have then individual dwelling places. And even in the individual dwelling places, the center room could be wouldn't be connected, because in circles you don't really have it connected. But have the living room a little, have an indoor, an indoor hallway, that connects it, but also the ability to walk outside from any room. So that, let's say you were going from the bathroom to the kitchen, you could either walk through the rooms and through the hallways, or you could just go outside and reappear where you want to be. As it's designed now, you have to kind of acknowledge people and walk past people, and there's not as much privacy, which then makes the community time more pressured.
All right, cool. We're here with Sarabeth for The Pinch. We'll be back soon.